All right. So actually, you're looking for international exposure. Are there some artists you have in mind that yourself are a fan of and want to use your platform?
So whether or not I'm a fan, yes or no, I think that's totally irrelevant.
Mm.
What we do like is real major artists because the added value of our system is greater when the demand for the tickets is higher.
Mm.
But actually, we have some contacts in London. We have a very famous talent booker there who really likes our system and is actually waiting for us to be able to provide the scale they wish. And for now, in February, we are doing a show in the Avas Live
Okay.
for the French artist Zaz. Uh,
Never heard of.
yeah, she's quite big. So that's basically the first real international exposure we're getting.
Cool.
Yeah, so things really are looking good. Yeah.
All right. So actually, when I buy a ticket at your platform, your right to the ticket is registered on your blockchain.
Yeah.
It's Ethereum-based blockchain.
Yeah, so that's exactly what it is. So basically, a ticket is just a proof of a right to access. You just bought a right to enter the venue. That right is shown on your mobile. In our case, it's actually your mobile phone number in combination with your mobile is the ticket.
So no paper tickets
No,
anymore.
absolutely not. No. So just bring your phone and you can enter the venue. Yeah, and that's basically it. We have a hybrid solution. So because of the scalability problems of blockchain itself, the Ethereum blockchain, we use a secondary database to register the ticket as well. But we hope in the future that will be eliminated, maybe with Casper or other updates of the Ethereum blockchain. But we're also looking to perhaps develop our own blockchain or look at Neo. We're just constantly investigating which blockchain could be the best solution for us. But as of yet, it's Ethereum.
All right. And actually, when I want to sell a ticket or pass it on to another fan, then it will be registered. But you actually use the utility token to pass it on to another. Every transaction will be.
Yeah. Exactly. So every interaction with the smart ticket, we call it the smart ticket. If anybody has a better suggestion, we're open to it. But smart ticket was the best we came up with. Yeah, but every interaction with the ticket needs a certain amount of get. So when you scan the ticket in the entrance to the venue, you need an amount of get. If you want to sell your ticket to another owner, it also requires a certain amount of get. So every stage of the ticket requires a certain amount of get.
But if you buy the ticket, you get a substance of get to go through the process.
Yeah, so that's what I was trying to tell. No, it was my fault because I forgot it. We really are all for a hybrid solution. So it should be so easy to buy a ticket. Tickets are bought and the creation of the account in less than a minute in our system, and we always want to keep it that way. Nobody's going to install MetaMask and buy tickets with some sort of a shady cryptocurrency. It's totally idiot-proof. You can just pay tickets with fiat money, and all the get token economy is done in the background.
Oh, that sounds good. I mean, and what is your focus for this year? I mean, you had a successful ICO, you have a great team, you have actually 11 blockchain developers.
Yeah, so they're not all blockchain developers because you have the whole system, but we have 11 full-time developers at this moment. We're looking for some more. But so for now, in 2018, I wanted to really grow the organization in a responsible way. I think we succeeded in that. Then we want to hit the market for the theaters so that theaters can use the system standalone without any interference of us by the end of 2018. Then 2019 is all about scaling up. 2020 is internationally.
I mean, one of the challenges is maybe the volume. I mean, you talked before about 20 to 30,000 tickets for these three artists we mentioned before.
No, much more. So this year we're going to do about 100,000 tickets. Next year we're bound to do about 1 million tickets already, which are already signed. So yeah.
And I mean, one of the annoyances is, of course, the delays or with payment, or you pay and you're not certain of a ticket or that kind of thing. How do you tackle that?
Yeah, so that's basically the hybrid solution. So what we sort of do is we create like all the transactions that are registered on blockchain. Uh, we sort of do them. We have a backlog of all the transactions in our own database, and only when Ethereum allows it, we write the properties and the ownership of the tickets on blockchain. So really, it's a hybrid solution, but we hope that the scalability issues of blockchain will be covered soon, and then it will be more blockchain all over. Yeah.
So no crypto kitties
Yeah.
again.
Yeah. Because for instance, if you had CryptoKitties and you had a Madonna's concert at the same time, nobody could have entered the venue, and then no event organizer will ever use your system. So stability is absolute key. We haven't made a fault with that so far, and we're not planning on making one. So really, stability is key, and making it a idiot-proof, simple system for everybody to use, and then the blockchain part will grow over time.
Sounds good. I mean, I think one of the things I see in the market, you have lots of blockchain conferences, but they actually don't use your solution yet. Eh?
Yeah.
Even Dutch organizers.
Yeah, so we're working on that. We have contact with a lot of these conferences, and I think we have like 2 or 3 deals in the making of these conferences.
Can you maybe say something about it?
No, not yet. No. I wouldn't want to. Yeah, offend anybody. But yeah, we're working on that. But it's not our priority. Our priority really are business fundamentals, and I think having these artists supporting our system is the main thing. And those clients should be very satisfied with the progress we make. So that's our #1 priority at the moment.
Sounds good. To start actually with the beginning, what was actually your personal motivation to start this? Because you are a lawyer, advocate by nature or by profession. So what was your personal motivation to start this?
Yeah, so I came across Bitcoin. I thought it's interesting. Just didn't bought any, unfortunately. And when Ethereum came, and I grasped the concept of smart contracts, I really thought, this could be something, but more in a legal perspective. And I was just thinking about, okay, what is a viable use case to make? Because you can easily, let's say, make a smart contract for a mortgage, so the house sells itself if the payment isn't made. But nobody in their right mind is going to put the mortgage in the blockchain at this moment. It's just too big. So I thought, what is a smaller agreement and a smaller amount, and so I thought concert tickets, and then I found out about all the secondary ticketing, which is a huge market. It's unbelievable. And then I thought, this I can actually build, and this I can actually market by myself without having to have cooperation of all the value, the whole value chain. So that's why I thought, let's try tickets. And we actually did it as a joke. And now we're here. So. That's nice.
Is it one of the strengths of you guys? I mean, that you don't have to take into account the whole value chain. I mean, some of these interesting ideas, they have to tackle the whole value chain, and you actually have a direct relationship with the artist.
Yeah, that's absolutely the main thing why we have so much traction. Yeah. If you just go to the beginning of the value chain and the people there, they have all the marketing power and all the utilities to just sell the tickets. Why in God's name should anybody profit from it besides them? So that's absolutely the main thing. Yeah.
All right. And one of the last questions, I just have to think. So actually, you won one of the. And what is actually your dream you want to accomplish with Guts? What is actually your end goal?
Yeah, so what we did is, so we have Guts, which is a ticketing company in Holland, but we also have the Get protocol, which is sort of the back-end technology and the blockchain part of the whole ticketing company. So I know little about the Dutch ticketing market, let alone I know nothing about the, let's say, the Indonesian ticket market. So the big dream is to solve the whole problem surrounding tickets worldwide with the protocol. So what we're going to do is we're going to market the protocol to other ticketing companies worldwide, so everybody can make their tickets honest. That's basically the end game. And also, if all the ticketing companies would use the protocol as their backend engine, the demand for Get would be amazing. So that would be the payoff for us. Yeah.
Yeah, because Live Nation, for instance, is also active in Germany. I know, for instance.
Yeah. Well, Live Nation, I think, is worldwide. I believe they have between 60 and 80% of all the ticketing worldwide, which is huge. I think they had a gross turnover of about 7 billion. So it's huge. But they're not really keen on giving up that position, of course. So I'm not expecting a phone call of Live Nation anytime soon. But all the rest, they can come to us, and then over time we will get more market share. I'm sure of it.
And just, I mean, I also use Ticket Swap, for instance, here in Holland, to sell my my tickets, for instance, if I can go to the concert. What's actually the difference between Ticket Swap and your solution? Maybe to pinpoint it like that.
Yeah, so Ticket Swap, which I think is a very good company, it's a Dutch-based company. What they do is I think you have to use Facebook. No, I know you have to use Facebook. You have to use Facebook so you can sell your tickets if you're not able to go to the event. You're able to sell the tickets with a maximum markup of 20%. So it's sort of an honest marketplace for secondary tickets. And so they only provide services for the secondary market, secondary ticketing market. And what we do is we fuse the secondary and the primary ticketing market. So if we would have 100% market share, then Ticket Swap wouldn't exist anymore.
Sounds good. Last question. Of course, Get as a currency is also listed on several exchanges.
Yeah.
What are the plans with the Get currency?
So we do, of course, have plans. We have 2 community managers working right here. But being that Get is solely a utility token, we're not in it for quick wins. So we have some listings coming up this quarter. And after that, I think we have enough liquidity in the market to actually have the product working in a decent manner. So we're not pursuing Binance or any of the huge exchanges. No, yeah, really, and with the exchanges, the listing fees they ask, it's totally ridiculous, and it's not my money. It's the community's money. They trusted for me to spend their money, and I'm not really big on paying huge listing fees.
All right, sounds good. Maybe a last remark about the industry you're working now. How does it feel to be in this industry?
Yeah, I gotta say it's so much better than being a lawyer, because everybody's positive, everybody's working on somebody that makes people happy, and as a lawyer you're always solving problems, and this is so much more positive vibe. So really liking it. Yeah, everybody does. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, Maarten.
Thank you.
And all the best.
Yeah, thanks.